Hello, everyone. Glenda Mollet here, and welcome to my craft room. I'm just going to get set up over on Facebook, and then I will be right back. There I am. I'm live, and I'm going to share it to my Facebook page, or my group, so everybody can watch. And I have a special guest in my craft room tonight. Just wait till I show you who it is. Just get it going. Okay. Everybody's playing in the pool. Hello, Norma. I have a special guest. Do you want to see who it is? Come here. Come here. Look. He's a bit shy. Come on, Blake. Say hi.
Hi. Hi.
Over this way.
Hi.
Blake and Maggie and Jesse are here visiting, and Maggie's in bed. Well, hello, Patricia in Alaska. Norma says hi, Blake. Can you say hi to Norma and Patricia?
Hi.
He's shy, but that's good because I don't like sharing pictures of my grandchildren on Facebook. It's just, I don't know. It's not something I do. Right from the beginning, I have not done that. Okay, so we got people joining us. People are watching. Yay! There's Holly and Yvonne. Hello, everyone. Okay. Patricia says she sees your hand and privacy is a good thing. I agree. I have never. Over this way further. There you go. Doesn't he have a cute hand? You can almost see it. Don't put your face. I just want to show them the color of your hair. Don't put your face in. Can you see the color of his hair? Look at this blonde child. Hello, Connie and Sharon. All right. We're getting there. So, a new week, a new card to make. This is going to be fun. The floating hand. Hello, Valerie. Hello, Shannon. All right. So I'm going to switch around so you can see the card. Oh, you can just see his face. Good thing I made them small because, Nini doesn't like to stick your face in Facebook. Okay. So let's get this there. So we're going to make a panel card tonight. So this is what it is. I did the measurements for all of the pieces so that you could craft along with me if you want. So it's a fun fold. Look at that. And I'll show you from the top. That's what it looks like. Hi, Diana. So it's called a panel card because it's got lots of panels and they're kind of float. They're all put together with little mechanisms. It's kind of cool. Thank you. Yeah, so we're going to make that one today. What am I using, Blake? I reached over to get my stuff and nearly smacked him in the face. Please don't. Happiness Abounds stamp set. The Blooming Happiness dies. And deckled rectangle dies. Now, if you don't have the deckled rectangles, what did I say, Norma? 4 by 2, 4 by something. By the way. Oh, Valerie's exercising while she watches. So if you don't want to do the deckled rectangles, the navy blue is 2.5 by 4, and the white is 2.25 by 3 3/4 or 3.5 or something, whatever fits in there. It's just 2 pieces. And then we're just going to do some stamping. This is just the decoration of the card, but the pieces are what you need if you want to do the mechanism part. And then I'm going to show you a coloring technique. You see the sparkle on the, look, ooh, blingy. So I'm going to show you a coloring technique for that. And then I'm going to show you, Blake, that's enough. There's masking technique on the inside and on the envelope. Oh, I don't put that up there. I put that here so you can actually see what I'm doing. There we go. Yay. All right, get my mouse out of the way. And we'll get started. Are you going to stay in here while I do this? Okay, you have to be quiet though, okay? So the ladies can hear me. Hi, Carmen. Oh, it's so nice to see you back. Okay, so I have my pieces all cut out. 8.5 by 5.5, and it's scored at 1/2, 2 1/8, 6 3/8, and 8 inches. So you have 2/2 inches on each side, and then it's kind of scored in 3. Thanks, Valerie. And then I have a piece of Night of Navy, 5 1/4 by 4 for the inside, and then a piece of basic white that is 5 1/8 by 3 7/8 that layers on top, and that's going to go here on the inside. Then I have 2 pieces of Night of Navy that are 5 1/2 by 2 1/8, and 2 pieces of designer paper that are 5 1/4 by 1 7/8. Then I have 2 pieces of Night of Navy that are 5 by 1 1/2, and 2 pieces of designer paper that are 4 7/8 by 1 3/8. And I've already die cut the deckled rectangle pieces out, but these started out to be 2 3/4 by 4 1/4, and then this one is 2 1/4 by 4. And then a bit, it's 2 1/2 by 4, sorry. And then I cut the rectangles out of that. They are, Patricia, I posted them this morning in my VIP group and in my Facebook page. So just scroll down a bit till you see that post. Let me see if I can find it. And here they are. Okay, I'll just copy them and paste them into the comments.
11 centimeters.
There you go.
11 centimeters.
So there's all the measurements. And they are in the post from this morning. And then a couple of pieces of basic white that are important pieces. They're 1.5 by 4. And there's 2 of them. Those are the hinges. And I'm going to score them because I haven't scored those pieces yet. I don't know why I didn't. But anyways, you can see me score them. Score measurements. Yes. Score measurements. Score at 1/2, 2 1/8, 6 3/8, and 8. Here. Score. Oh, I didn't spell it right. Sorry. Score at 1/2, 2 1/8, 6 3/8, and 8 inches. There you go. There's the scoring. Now, these hinges, where's the other one? Really? I lost it already. Okay, so these are the 2 hinges. And I'm going to score them with my scoring tool at 1/2 an inch, 1/2 an inch, and 1 inch. Both of them. 1/2 an inch and 1 inch. So it's basically every 1/2 an inch because they're 1.5 inches wide. Okay. Next. So that's that, and that's that. I don't have to do any more scoring, so I need my bits pieces so that I can stamp 2 flowers and 2 leaves. And I'm going to use Memento ink for that. So the flowers that I'm stamping, is it this one? Nope. There's 2 of them. There's this one and that one. And I got the wrong one out. Well, I guess it doesn't matter, except I don't think I have a mask for this one yet. Uno momento till I figure this out. That one. Got it. Okay, and I'm going to need a mask. Now I've got my masks in here. I just stick them right onto the inside of the stamp set, and I made them using our new masking paper, which is fabulous. If you haven't tried this stuff yet, you need to. Let me show it to you. Oh, so this is the masking paper. There's 12 in a package, and I think they're 5x7. Yep, they're 5x7 pieces, and they are thinner than a Post-it note. So when you stamp, you can get the stamping right up to the image. See how close that is? You can't even tell. Yes, Valerie, you did, and you will love it. You just have to be really careful with it because it will rip because it's so thin. Where's my knee? I don't know where he went. He's gone. Okay, the inside piece. I'm going to do the masking part now. Stamp the flower first. Blake, can you come back and shut my door, please? And I'm going to stamp the flower first. And then again on the envelope. Thank you. Like that. Then you get your mask. And you put your mask right over top of your stamped image. Like that. So here's what I'm going for. So then I'm going to stamp that leaf and that leaf over the top. Sorry, I've got a mess happening already and I have only just begun. All right. This one's going to go here. Like that. And then this one going to go there. And then I take my pokey tool and just slide it underneath and gently persuade it to come up. There we go. And look how close that is. There is no gap between the two. I tell you, it's amazing stuff. All right. I'm going to do this one, the same thing. Put my mask on. Put leaves on. There we are. I know it's wow. I've never used a mask that was this thin and allowed the stamping to go right to the very edge. You always have that halo-y thing around it. And they last. Like I've done a bunch of stamping with these things and I just keep them inside the stamp set so that they're there when I need them. Okay. Now I'm going to die cut these. Yes, you need some masking paper, Carmen. You do. Everybody needs it. So if you haven't ordered it, do that. Okay. So I'm going to die cut these now. I always die cut before I color because if they move and I have to redo them, I haven't wasted all that coloring. So there's that one. Oh, good, Yvonne. Oh, that's not going to work. Okay, can't do both of the flowers at the same time. Probably do the same thing with the leaves. Just cut those out. Okay, run that through. Hold my breath that they don't move. So those of you that are in my VIP group, and if you're not, you should be, because it's free to become part of my VIP group. But those of you that are in my VIP group, I announced today that I've got a new class coming up in August, and it's the Elephant Parade class. So if I remember, and if we have time after I get this card done, I'll give you a sneaky peeky of the cards that we'll be making. They are so cute. Oh my God, I love that stamp set. And you know what? It's not just a kid's stamp set. You can use it for adult cards. They will brighten anybody's day with the cuteness. I call it a cuteness overload. One of the cards has a coloring technique. One of the cards is a fun fold. Okay. Oh, Valerie, you should do it. It's going to be fun. Okay, so now the coloring technique for the flowers and for the inside. To do that, you need a block and Melon Mambo and Mossy Meadow ink. So I'm just going to put some Melon Mambo onto the block on one side, and then on the other side, wait till you get the bill for the car. Yeah. Those timing change, they are expensive. I hear you. Okay. Got that. Now I need a piece of paper towel because I have to change the color of my Wink of Stella. And I'm going to use Wink of Stella. Give it a good shake. Okay, so to color this, all you do is make sure you've got Wink of Stella working. Just pick up some ink and color. That's it. Now this does not move it around like if you're watercoloring. So if you don't get your color out as far as you want, you have to go back and redo it again. But it adds color and bling all at the same time. So my suggestion is start your coloring where you want it the darkest, because you're going to have it get lighter as you use the ink up. So this is as easy as it is. I've done this a lot, this kind of technique with reactivating the ink when I stamp, like using, for instance, Basic or Blackberry Bliss. But I thought, well, why can't you just color this? Yep, painting with Wink of Stella, Patricia. So, Patricia, what part of Alaska are you from? Do you live in one of the ports where the cruise ships dock, or are you inland? This does take a little bit of time because you have to take it slow, and you have to do each petal at a time. You can't really do a whole whack of them. But the good thing is that you can go back and add more color. Just remember, you can always add more, but you can't take it away. So if you're not sure how dark you want it, start out with light, and then you can add more. There we are. So there's let me find something white to put it on. There's the flower for you. Isn't that pretty? Okay, I'm not going to color the inside ones because it will take me all day and we wouldn't have time to put the card together. But you know how to do you'll know how to do it by the time I'm done this. You don't really need me to show you how to do the inside ones. I really like doing this. Some days I don't have the patience to fuss around with Stampin' Blends. I just want to color it. But you still want it to look nice and you want to have bling. And this does it all at once. You don't have to go back and reapply the bling after you've already done all the coloring. Palmer, 35 miles north of Anchorage, so inland, but the winter I moved to a small village right on the ocean and teach. Oh, that's nice. How long have you lived up there? Have you been up there all your life, or was it a move for you? I've been to Alaska 3 times. We enjoyed our cruises. The first one I took my mom. She was just starting her dementia journey, and she so wanted to go to Alaska, and my dad had already passed by that time. So I said, okay, Mom, I will take you, but you're going to pay. I made her pay. And I made her get a balcony, which was a blessing because when she wanted to be outside, we didn't have to go up into the general population because at that point it was quite overwhelming sometimes for her. So we were able to sit on our balcony and watch the icebergs, and it was lovely. Grew up in Anchorage, but have lived in the lower 48 for a few years. Tour director till I accepted the job in the village. Wow, an interesting life. Thanks, Carmen. When you stamp on the mask, do you stamp on flat? Oh, you always stamp on the flat side, Norma. So I should have explained that. Thank you for bringing that up. When you go to stamp on your masking paper, there's 2 sides. One side is a bit shiny and has the splits in it where they've given you spots to remove the liner. I'll show you here in a sec. And that's not the side you want to stamp on. You want to stamp on the matte side, the non-shiny side. I'm just adding a bit more color right in the center of this flower here, so I want it a little bit darker than what it is. There we go. Oh, look at that. Add just a little bit more color. There. Okay, where did I put that? So this is the masking paper. So this is the matte side, and there's no split in the paper. This is the shiny side, and there's the split in the paper. So this is the liner that you're going to pull off after you've stamped and cut. That's the Post-it note sticky part there. So you stamp on the flat side, the matte side, cut it out, and then remove this liner from it. And that's how you get your mask. Thank you. Put this away. Yeah, I had to order more because I'm almost finished that package already. Okay, so that's the flowers. And then to clean, you just use a piece of paper towel and do this until your Wink of Stella doesn't have any color left in it. And then you switch. And I'm going to do Mossy Meadow on the leaves. You have to make sure you've got Wink of Stella running too. You can't do it with a dry Wink of Stella. It doesn't work. So just be very gentle with your Wink of Stella when you squish it, though, because sometimes it squishes too much and you get that ugly brownie color happening. There you go. Perfect. A little bit more right. Oh, see what I mean? Oh, shoot. Did you see that? It blobbed on me. It's because I squished it too much. Okay, it blobbed in a spot that's going to be covered. See, you get that ugly gold stuff happening. That's because I squished it and I didn't have it shaken quite enough. It's okay. We'll be fine. Just get some of it off here. Just finish coloring the leaves. So the elephant class, elephant parade class in a box is 3 cards, but you make 2 of each one, so a total of 6 cards. And the elephant parade bundle and a package of dimensionals for $65. And I made it, I added the dimensionals because the bundle is $57.50 and it doesn't qualify for a celebration. But when I added the dimensionals, now it qualifies for a celebration item, and you can choose from 3 or 4 different ones when you register. Okay, so this is the inside piece, and I'm going to stamp that later. And I just noticed that, see how I put an extra leaf down here? And I don't have it there. I really want it there. So I'm just going to find my mask. I'm in British Columbia, Patricia, Canada. And unfortunately, I can't do the class for you in Alaska because I'm not allowed to sell outside of Canada, but that's okay. I have other classes that you can participate in that are tutorial ones. Okay, I'm just going to add another leaf down here just to fill in that bit of a blank. I am sort of close. We're not far apart. Not far at all. There we go. That's better. Okay. Now let's do some assembly. Okay, those of you that are creating along with me, are you ready to start some assembly? I'm going to attach the inside piece to the inside Knight of Navy, like this. And I'm doing it first because I find it easier than after it has its wings on. Ah, well, I'm on the west coast of Vancouver Island, Patricia. Okay, so now these 2 half-inch things that we've got, you have to fold them back. See how I folded them back? Now, we also have to cut. Now the cutting is, you don't have to do it if you don't want to do it. Okay. I love it here too. It is gorgeous. Okay, so what I've done is, I do believe that's like 1/2 inch. Yeah. Okay, so to do that, you've got your top and you measure down 1/2 inch. And I'll show you this in a second. Okay, so I'm measuring down 1/2 inch. See that 1/2 inch fold there? I'm measuring down 1/2 inch. And on the other one, I'm also going to measure down 1/2 inch. Like that. Hello, Nancy. Welcome from Bellingham, Washington. So we got Patricia on one end of BC and Nancy on the other end of BC. Okay, now you're going to take this from the foldy point here to that 1/2 inch mark. Like that. And draw a line. And then do the same thing on the other one. From the foldy line to that mark. Like that. Oops. My pencil didn't work. There we go. So you see how I've done those lines. Now take your scissors. And I'm going to cut straight across to that mark. And then cut up my pencil line. Now this part you don't have to do. It's optional, but it just helps with keep this part hidden in behind your first panel. There we are. So I've cut those two pieces off now. And I'm just going to use my eraser and erase my lines. And if you don't get them straight, it's not a big deal. Okay, so there's what it's going to look like once we get the panels on there. Okay, so you can take this and put that off to the side now. And we're going to put all of these pieces, these strips together. So there's designer paper and there's cardstock. I lost my adhesive. We'll just get some adhesive on this. Layer that onto that. That's one. So if you were here at the beginning, you heard that our northern grandchildren are here with their mom for a few days. And we were outside on the patio playing, and I had my winter jacket on. Long pants, socks, shoes, and my winter jacket. Hang on, Diana. I see your question. What are the scores for the two pieces? Which two pieces? Oh, Connie, I tell you, it is so cold this year. I had to put my furnace on today. I couldn't stand it. It was 18.5 degrees inside our house this afternoon. Okay, these ones. These pieces are, wait till I find it, 1.5 by 4 and they're scored at 1/2 and 1. So both of them are scored at 1/2 an inch and 1 inch. I know, Carmen. I couldn't believe it. I tried. I put on 2 shirts, long pants, socks, and when I was contemplating putting on my 3rd shirt, I thought, this is stupid. I'm just putting my heat on. Because at that point, the grandchildren arrived, and my thought is I'm putting it on for them to keep them warm. Oh, good. I'm glad you got it. I don't want my grandchildren to be cold. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. Okay, so there we have our 4 pieces, our 4 panels. We're further north and had 78. Oh, that's awesome. Maybe I'll come to Alaska. You know, people used to tell me Alaska's cold. No, I've been to Alaska 3 times. I was there in May, July, and September, and all of them were hot. Like the May and the July ones, it was 30 to 35, which is really unusual for Alaska. And then the one in September, it was nice. It was 25. But we never had cold. The 3 trips I had, not rain, not cold, nothing. It was wonderful. Oops, that was my ruler. Okay, so we have our pieces done. We'll get them off to the side. Now take your hinges, and I'm just going to erase the word hinge that I've written on here. Can you see it there? So you need to make it a Z. It's this little one. Sweatpants and a sweater. Oh, Nancy. I don't know what we're going to... I don't know whether we're going to get summer this year. I really don't know. The hydrangeas love it, though. I've never seen so many blooms on my hydrangeas. The tomatoes, not so much. Cucumbers are enjoying it. Cucumbers like cool, too. Okay, I put them into a Z like that. And I'm just going over them really good with my bone folder just to make them nice and crisp. Okay, there we go. There's our 2 hinges. Now, take this, and we're going to attach the 2 bigger. So we've got 2 big ones and 2 little ones. Put these off to the side. We're going to attach the 2 bigger ones, and they're going to go. You fold this back. No, my hydrangeas aren't out yet, but the blooms, holy man. I've got 2 of the lacy ones and 1 of the regular ones. They both are full of blooms. So fold this flap of your card in, and then fold this flap back on itself. And then this is going to go here, and it's going to line up with the edge of your card. So put adhesive on here, if I can get it to run. Overlap there a little bit. Okay. So I've got adhesive on here, and I've got it folded over. Now I'm going to take my piece. Oh, good. I'm glad you're enjoying it, Nancy. And I'm going to line it up with this bottom corner and line it all the way up along the edge before I push it down. I'm just holding it with my thumb here, but I'm holding it up off of the adhesive with my finger because I want to make sure that I get that lined up right on the edge of my card, like that. And there, you have your hinged piece. Okay. I'll take a drink of water and I'll just wait in case you guys are trying to keep up to me. Then, if you've cut your cardstock and your designer paper correctly, then when you line it up on the edge here, it's going to match in the center. So I'm kind of keeping my eye on that. I don't want it to overlap. I can always shave a thin little piece off of this end, so I'm kind of matching the center up. And if I had been smart, I would have matched the design up too. And there, and see, it's off just a teeny tiny bit, but I'm not worried about that little, you can't even see that. You just want to make sure that it's not overlapping when you close it. If it's apart a little bit, it doesn't matter, but don't overlap it because that'll give you extra bulk in there and you don't want the extra bulk. Okay, just going to use my bone folder again, so this one's not sitting down as nice as the other one. Okay, so now we have those two panels on, like that. There's the back side of them. There's the back side of that. Now we're going to take our other two and our hinges. Now, hinges have to go on like a Z, but not a backward Z. You want it to be a ZZ, like that. Not like this. That's backwards, and it's not going to open properly. You need to have it this way so that it opens properly. Okay? Then we're going to put adhesive on. So there's my Z fold. So it opens like this. Now remember, I'm doing the right side. I'm not doing the left side. The left side is the other way. So to do the right side, you want your Z fold opening this way. So I'm going to put it down on the table and put adhesive So now you have your Z fold with this piece attached. And it's the way you can tell that it's working properly is it's going to open up that way. Now remember, this is the right side we're doing. The left side will be different. So we'll do that in a minute. And then we're going to put adhesive on it. Then you just have to figure out where you want it. You kind of want it down at the bottom because then it's going to have more area to stand. If you have it up a bit, it will work. It just doesn't have that extra area to stand. So this one I put everything right at the bottom. So you see it's all lined up at the bottom here. So when it opens up, then it sits on all of those panels. But you can put it up a little bit higher so that this one is floating when you stand it up. So I'm going to turn that over, put my adhesive on that side. Oops. Can't have adhesive there. I'll glue my card shut. All right. Now this I'm going to, I'll lift this one up. I'll center this one so you can see the difference. Make sure I've got it going the right way. Fold that so that it goes exactly where you want it. And I'm going to center this one. Oops. Hopefully center this one. There we are. It's there. That one has got the opening going the right way, but I feel there's a little bit of adhesive there. Let's get rid of that because otherwise it'll glue my cord shut. Okay, so we got that side done. Now we're going to do the same thing to the left side, but we need our Z going the other way. See how this, trying to capture this so you can see the two Z folds. So this is the right one we just did. It was a Z, and then we're doing the left one. So now it's a backwards Z. So you take your leftover hinge and you have a backwards Z now because you want it to open this way. Now, which way did I want this paper? I forgot. That way up. Okay, got it. Right way up. I'm going to put adhesive on this side and adhesive on there. And I'm going to test it again to make sure I haven't messed it up because I want it to open this way. And this goes in the center. Now this card is really quite forgiving if you don't get this. Like, it's not like you have to have it exactly a half an inch from each side. So now I'm going to test it again, make sure it opens the way I want it. Yep. And then this one is going to go here, like that. You don't have to worry about it not meeting in the middle. Just make sure that you get it kind of lined up with the other one. We'll put our adhesive on here. And I'm just doing it sideways so I can see the top and get things lined up properly here. There we are. And there's our panel card. Isn't that cool? What do you think? Is that a different... You're probably saying, leave me alone, I'm busy crafting. Thanks, ladies. Excuse me. My nose was running. If you like it, don't forget to share my video. You can't share it from my VIP group, but you can share it from my page. Oh, okay, Yvonne. Yeah. Okay, so all we got left to do is the front. So I'm going to get my Night of Navy and my sentiment. And we'll just stamp the sentiment at the top of the piece of basic white, like that. I love the sentiments in this stamp set. Oh, no. Oh, good. Norma did it. That's okay. You can add the coloring and everything later. Holly had her score lines wrong, so she's trying to fix it. Patricia, that's why I was able to converse. I didn't have measurements ahead, just watched. Can't wait to case. Oh, you're very welcome. I love sharing. Okay, so I'm going to put my white on to the Night of Navy. Now I've cut, these are the pieces that I cut out with the deckled rectangle dies. It's another one of those, oh my God, if you don't have them, you must get them items. And I do believe that people in my club or in my tutorial subscription, the deckled rectangles is one of the die sets that I offer at 10% off to club members and my tutorial subscription peeps. Okay, going to put adhesive on the back of this flower. This is the smaller of the flowers. And adhesive on the back of the leaves. So that's going to go there. And we'll just tuck this one in there like that. But before I put it down, I'm going to put this leaf underneath here. And put that flower right. You know what I realized? I didn't put any bling on here besides the Wink of Stella. What is that? What is that? There's some mungy thing there. There we go. That's gone. Need to put some bling on there. What shall I use? Huh. Oh, let's see what's in these colors. Nope. Nope, not those ones. Ooh, how about some heart pearls? I haven't used the heart pearls for a little while. Just pop a couple of. Adhesive on. Oh, look at that. Apparently I got my adhesive too far over. Let me just cut that off. Let go off me. Wait, I can't get the glue off. Okay, so you only want to put adhesive on a little tiny bit of this because it's going to go on here like this in the center. So I'm going to turn it over. I'm going to center it where I want it. Before I push it down, I'm just checking to make sure there's no adhesive hanging out. And there we go. There's our card. And look at that. It's not even 9 o'clock. I'm going to put some bling on these ones, on that one too. What do you think? Do you like the fold? It's called a panel card. And if you need the folds or the measurements, they'll be in the description of the video, or if you're catching the replay on my Facebook page or group, then it's in the comments and I'll put it at the top too. Oh, good. I'm glad you enjoyed it. Hey, You want a sneaky peeky at the cards for my elephant parade class? Oh, good, Nancy. Holly, Carmen, Valerie, Yvonne, Lena, thank you so much. Norma. Okay, they're going to be quick. I'm not going to show you the whole things. I'm going to show you. Here's one. This is the fun fold one. Look at that. Do you see what I'm using here? Can you guess what that is? I'm not telling you what it is. Okay, there's one. Then this is the second one. And I'll just show you a little bit of it. There's the second one. Once again, do you know what I'm using here? You can't really see. Let me see if I can get it. Can you see that pattern back there? Do you know what those are? Aha! And then this one, this is a technique. I said it was a coloring technique, but I'm wrong. This is there you go. Isn't that cute? Oh my gosh, you guys, I had so much fun with those, with the elephant parade, it's called, and it comes with dies. So in the class, you get elephant parade stamp set, the dies, a package of dimensionals, a celebration item of your choice from the list, because it has to be a $60 item and it can't be the 12 by 12 paper. Well, it can be. If you really want it, let me know, but that's going to double your postage if you don't live in town, because 12 by 12 is really expensive to send. So there's a list of, I think, 4 items that you can choose from. There's the hippos, the hippo dies, the envelopes and cards, and something sketches. Something sketches. What's that? Celebration set. I'll find it. I'll find it. Oh, I forgot. Oh, I'll have to go back and amend that because I forgot all about this paper. Okay, so in the class, you can choose from the Hippest Hippos stamp set or the dies, the pool party and soft sea foam cards and envelopes, the stylish sketches stamp set, and then I completely forgot about the silver and gold 6x6 designer paper. You can choose that too. Everything else is too much unless you want to add something. Unless you want to add something to increase your order and get $120 item, then just let me know and we'll make that happen. So I'll go back and amend that. Go back and amend my form and add that designer paper in there. When is the class? The class is Tuesday, August the 23rd, Lena, and you can join me live for a virtual class at 6:30 Pacific time on Zoom, or you can make the cards yourself using the video tutorials that are included in the class. So you're going to make 2 of each of 3 cards, so a total of 6 cards. Okay, ladies, well, thanks so much. Don't forget, if you enjoy this video, to share it on Facebook. And if you're watching on YouTube, subscribe to my YouTube channel, please. Just click subscribe and then click on the bell icon so you get notified whenever I upload or go live in YouTube. I appreciate it. And if you haven't gotten your new catalogs yet, let me know and I'll get them off to you. If you are out of town, my other town customers, I mailed them to you probably 3 weeks ago, so you should have them. And if you're in town and you haven't gotten yours yet, make sure you message me or email or phone, and I'm going out tomorrow to do deliveries. So make sure you get a hold of me. Yes, Holly, I am an enabler. But I get enabled too, because I watch videos and I think, oh, okay, I need that. And yeah, then my list grows just like yours does. Thanks, Yvonne. Good night. Or toss your old one out and recycle by mistake. Yeah, Valerie. I have to go pick yours up tomorrow, Val. Thank you. Thanks, ladies. I have enjoyed stamping with you tonight, and I hope you have a wonderful rest of your week. I'll be back on Thursday night, and we'll do some stamping together. And that one's on Zoom. So if you belong to my VIP group, you can join us on Zoom, or you can catch the live stream as well. Stamp and smiles. Bye for now, everyone. We'll see you soon.